Okay, so the next machine we're going to be using in the operation is the table saw. Most of what I'm going to tell you on the table saw is true of any saw under the sun. We have only saw stops at school here, and there are some incredible added safety features which we'll talk about, but hopefully you'll never have to find out the hard way. But what this does require is a special startup sequence on the saw stop that doesn't exist on other saws. So this is the start and the stop to engage the spinning blade. So raising up the blade here with this wheel, you can see the blade's present. On most saws, you just turn on the switch and then it'll start spinning and you can make your cuts. With a saw stop, there is an onboard computer that requires us to cycle through a reboot of what it's looking for, what it does. You saw the flashing light, that is now no longer engaged. We have a green light, which means we can turn the saw off and on. The flashing light will not allow us to turn it on again because it's still waiting for that blade to stop. The thing with saw stop is that there is a very low voltage current that's going through the blade, and if there's anything that's conductive making contact with the blade at all, then it sends this stop, and I can't turn on the blade. I'm not going to pull this out. You'll have to take my word. I would never do this, but according to all their literature, this will not engage at this point. So what does this mean? So if there is something conductive that we're putting through, like maybe there is an old board that we got that has a nail in it or buckshot or anything like that, if it makes contact with that blade, it's conductive, it will shut off the blade and it will drop immediately below the bed of the surface. Now what that means for us as woodworkers is that if we're in a situation where we're doing something unsafe and our fingers make contact with the spinning blade, as I said, there is a brake cartridge that gets pushed into or shot basically into the spinning blade, instantly stopping the blade. The other thing it does is it drops down below the bed so it cannot continue to engage in cutting any body parts. So it's really amazing technology, and it's very easy for us to utilize. We just need to make sure to remember when we approach the saw, we can't just turn it on. We've got to let the computer do its thing, give us a green light,